What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic. I know I'm making this video hours later, and I usually live stream on UEFA Nations League match days, but yesterday, man, I stayed late at work. I was too tired to live stream, and I just say, you know what, let me take a break, man. Let me take a break. But I had to. It was eating me up inside. I had to talk about the Netherlands and the Germany match. Let's say Germany versus the Netherlands at the Gelsenkirchen Stadium. What a match. Let me just say that. What a freaking match, which ended in a 2-2 draw. And that draw favored the Dutch, who are now into the finals of the inaugural UEFA Nations League. Like, what an amazing feat. The Dutch should have never picked up a draw in that game. They had no right even qualifying for the finals, believe me. You know, after changing numerous coaches and missing Euro 16 and World Cup 2018, you know, the Dutch are back, guys. The Dutch are back. Is this a new renaissance, you know? Is this a renaissance? Is this a rebirth of, you know, that iconic Dutch team? Is orange the new blue? It surely is, because we all thought that Le Bleu, the Blues, France would make it to the finals and they would top the group, World Cup winners, but no. It's the clockwork orange. Holland, Dutch, Netherlands, whatever you want to call this team, you know, they fought bravely, they were courageous, you know, they showed vigor and they showed heart, and they prevailed to top this group, level on points with France, with a better head-to-head. Awesome, amazing. I'm astonished. 2-2 draw. In this match, Joachim Löw chose to go in with a very young, more inexperienced 11. He had Neuer in goal. We had Hummels and Rudiger at the back. And we also had Sula at the back. He played 3 at the back. They had Schultz, Nico Schultz, and Kehrer on the wings. They were wing backs. We had Cruz and Kimmich in the midfield, with Werner, Gnabry, and Sonny in the more attacking positions. And for the Dutch, Ronald Koeman, man, what a revolution he has started with this team. He chose to go in with Silesen at the right back, Tate coming in for Denswell, and we had Van Dijk and Dijk in the center back positions. Then they had Daley Blind, as usual. Daley Blind left back. Then we had De Roon, we had De Jong, we had, who else was there? Damn, I'm forgetting the names right now. Wijnaldum. Then they had Depay. We had Quincy Promes, and of course Ryan Babel. Those were the teams, guys. Everything is from off the top. Those were the teams. We had Dilrosun coming off the bench and going back on the bench because he picked up an injury. He came on for Ryan Babel, who picked up an injury, and he had to go off. We had Frankie, Luke de Jong coming on as well, and Tony Villena. For Germany, they had Goretzka, Muller, and Royce coming off the bench. What a match. 2-2. Germany, man, they were really, you know, good at the start of the game. In the first half, they were really good. They bossed the match. Maybe the Netherlands had a plan. They had a plan. You know, Germany were out the blocks, man. Really fast, scoring through. We had Timo Werner opening up the scoring. And then we had Leroy Sané scoring the second goal, a deflected shot, which beat Silesen. And at that point, the Netherlands weren't really testing the Germans at all, you know? It was all Germany. They were in and goal a few more times, but failed, you know, to score. And the second half, they started 2-0. And I had a feeling something would happen, because I did predict the Dutch to, you know, make it to the finals in my last predictions, in my live stream. Initially, I predicted France and the Dutch to get relegated. Let me just make that clear. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, I thought the Dutch were going to do something great, you know, because I thought they weren't. But they did. They proved us all wrong. But what a match. One time in the second half, I saw the possession. The Dutch had a large portion of the possession in the second half, and they were clawing themselves back into this match. They had no right winning the match. They had no right winning, drawing the match. Well, they won the game. This draw is like a win. It's like a win because they had no right coming back from being 2-0 down. 2 late goals through Quincy Promes in the 85th minute, and then Virgil van Dijk in the first minute of extra time give the Dutch a very, very unlikely 2-2 draw to put them into the finals, you know, to face either we have Switzerland, England, or Portugal. Wow. No one would have thought these teams would have made it to the finals. Like, I predicted none of these teams to make it to the finals. And that's amazing. Like, these teams just throw my whole predictions out the window. And that's what I love, man. That's what I love about football. And the Nations League has been a freaking success. With this draw, Germany does not go into part 1, I think, you know. There's serious ramifications for this draw. And for getting relegated from, you know, League A of the Nations League. So the Dutch now will put themselves in a better position to qualify for Euro 2020 because they will be in that elite part with the 4 finalists, and then they will even get a, you know, a second shot at it if they fail to qualify because they top their group, you know. It's a fail-safe, you know. So really awesome job by the Dutch. I'm impressed. Ronald Koeman, you should have seen his freaking face when they drew that game. Virgil van Dijk, man, world's most expensive defender, coming up big. Coming up big, man. The youth of the Dutch, the licked, the young. These guys, man, the 2 most talked about youngsters in world football right now. You know, part of this Dutch setup, and, you know, this unit has prevailed. They came, they saw, and they conquered. They lost versus France, their first match. They came back, spanked Germany 3-0, spanked France 2-0, and they showed us that it wasn't a fluke. They weren't tired from that 2-0 win over France, and they came out and picked up a draw. They left it for late. Dramatic stuff. Look at what happened with Switzerland and Belgium. Dramatic comeback from being 2-0 down to winning 5-2. Look at what happened with England versus Croatia. Coming back from being 1-0 down, winning late 2-1 to making it to the finals. Like, this is amazing, man. The UEFA Nations League has been a success. It has been a success. And I'm loving it, and I'm really, really glad I put my time and effort to follow this damn thing. But congrats to the Dutch. You know, this team is one to look out for the future, man. The guys are young. A few guys still up there in age, you know, Blind. We have Babel up there in age. And a few of the other guys are close to 30. But most of all, this is a young bunch. This is a young bunch. Over 10 players under the age of 23. This is a young bunch. And I think Ronald Koeman is the right man for them. So, you know, the Clockwork Orange, a renaissance. Are they gonna repeat what they did in the past? World Cup final, maybe. Remember, they made it to the World Cup final on 3 occasions and losing all 3. I thought they were gonna lose yesterday. And I was gonna be like, the Dutch always choke. They always choke. Put themselves in a really good position to win something, and then they choke. But not yesterday, man. They didn't. They came up big, pulled off the draw, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I was watching it while I was at work. You know, some portions I watched it Other portions I listened to it, but I caught the entire game. But congrats again to the Dutch, the Clockwork Orange, on picking up that draw, relegating Germany, getting promoted to the finals, and all the best in the future, you know. That's why, you know, I see Ajax doing well this season, PSV doing well. It's because, you know, this is the reason why. Because this is the reason why the Dutch are doing well. Because these teams are doing well as well. Okay, but guys, I'm going on way too long. Almost time for me to hop on this bus to get to work. So I appreciate it. You click on this video, and you know, if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Leave the video a like for the Dutch. If you don't want to leave a like for me, leave a like for the Dutch. And Germany, man, they tried, but it seems like the problems are not yet resolved. They need to stick to this bunch of young players and continue building. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad!